All right. Recording in progress. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SIG ContribEx Contributor Comms Subproject Weekly Meeting. I am Chris Short, co-lead. Kaslin is off in Japan, and if I had not been having an internet outage this morning, I would have looked up a new Japanese word to say in her honor, but that didn't pan out. Sorry. This is a CNCF meeting. As such, the code of conduct applies, and basically just be excellent to each other and help each other out. That's all. Just be nice. It's okay. With that, let us dive in. Are there any new items? I know I need to look at tweets and such, right? We'll discuss that in the board, but anything new aside from that?
There's Sujay did request us to, maybe particularly me, maybe Arpit can help, we have to draft a email for the Slack privacy stuff that we were talking about. I think he's not able to get some time, so that is something we can help with.
Yeah, do you want to just drop that in the
If it is not
notes?
urgent, I can draft it in a couple of days. If it is not drafted.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that much urgent, but it's good to have kind of a thing. So you can take 2 days.
The
I'll
reason is because to Wednesday I have exams and then I have a week off, so I can draft it then.
Okay,
awesome.
cool. Could y'all drop that in the new items chat or note block there?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll do that.
Appreciate it. Hello, Fika. Nice to have you. Anything new in the LWKD world?
Oh, not exactly anything that I have to talk about.
Cool.
And it's really good. Yeah, we have an issue open that is basically about what are the related projects that we should speak about in the LWKD. So if anyone wants to add any related projects that they think is relevant to the last week in Kubernetes development newsletter, then they can suggest it in that issue.
Cool.
I can give you that issue here as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm curious. I would love to know the process, like behind the scenes, what's happening to make that newsletter happen, right? Because it seems like something
Yeah.
I'd be fascinated by, especially from a comms automation perspective, potentially, right? Like there could be some overlap in stuff we need, I feel like, and I'm happy to run all that down if necessary.
So in LWKD, we have several sections. We have overall 5 parts. Like we cover the release schedule, we cover the developer news, and we cover some recent merges and some worth publishing KEPs. We give them some spotlight in our newsletter. And while we're speaking about all this, what we do is we have divided these 5 parts within ourselves in the author team. Like Josh has taken some part and Shriram is working on some, Noah is working on some, I work on some part for that week, and then we keep an eye on all those Gmail newses, and then we watch through all the PRs that are raised in that week.
Wow.
Then for keps, we just go through all the keps that is on the board, on the tracking board, and see what is something really interesting that should be put in the newsletter. So our work is just basically to keep an eye on everything that is going on right now.
Yeah.
We all of us can't do everything. So I have taken the release schedule, so I'll keep an eye on all the release schedule updates that is happening. If I've taken the kep, then I will start reading the keps, and if I find something really interesting, worth pushing out for the larger ecosystem of Kubernetes developers to know about it, then I will simply write on that kep. I'll summarize it in a way, and then I'll write this is the author and this is what this kep is implementing, and it is worth that everyone should know about it. So we put it in the newsletter. There is no hard rule, and yeah, we write it within that week, and then we publish it 2 days after that week has ended. This is what is going on right now. Then about the merges also, we have to keep an eye on all the merges that is happening in Kubernetes repository and all the other repositories into Kubernetes.
Yeah.
So that's how we've been doing it recently. And developer news, we have to keep an eye on the Gmails, on the mails
Yep.
that we receive on the group.
Yeah, no,
And
this is all fascinating to me, right? Like, as somebody that
yeah.
has run newsletters, and we do,
Mhm.
or I do a lot of automation. I know we do a lot of automation here too on our team,
Yeah.
but like, this is the kind of stuff that I feel like, if we get this documented somehow, we could not only share it with the world to kind of boost the newsletter, but we could also say, like, this is a pretty decent way
Mhm.
to, this is how so and so gathers data on this. This is how so and so gathers data on that, right? Like, we could actually teach people like a lot about the project by going through and like saying this is what each section of this is about and how we source the news for it and how it's all working, together as a cohesive team and everything. I feel like that's something we should cover in the not too distant future, like in a more, like kind of a spotlight kind of deal, you know. Um it's very specific.
Spotlight in which sense? Like, can you
Yeah,
briefly
like
describe?
something, I don't know, like a live stream. I don't know. Maybe we should submit a talk to KubeCon. Who knows, right? Like, it could go that far potentially, right? Like, this is,
Oh, wow, that's a really good idea.
people
Uh-huh.
like talk to me all the time about how do you get all the news that you do get? Like, how do you filter out
Oh,
the stuff that you don't want to read? How do you, like, everybody asks me this all the time, especially around
mhm.
Kubernetes news and information. So
Okay.
it feels like this could be some good like lessons learned potentially too, right? Like, even if it's just like, things we've learned the past year building LWKD kind of thing, I think that has some merit as a good talk potentially, right? Like,
Yeah, that's a really
figuring
good
out where
idea.
to get your news in the community is really hard. And we have a thing for that.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Speakers
I
really
mean,
want to speak about it.
you can take that as far as you want. Blog post,
Yeah.
whole, FAQ doc if you want, an entire session at KubeCon, I think you could do too, right? Like, as a joint panel,
Yeah.
like with it, like just three of you at the very least. I think that
Mhm.
would get accepted, talking about like how to consume Kubernetes news effectively,
Yeah. That's a really great
right? Like,
idea. We'll think about this for the KubeCon Paris one.
mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it shall have to be 26th of October.
let me,
So
yeah, let me take a note here for today I'll reach out to Josh with the same like idea, just because I know he's awake around on the West Coast. Yeah, let me.
you can do a good lightning talk topic.
That would be
Mm,
good too. I mean, yeah, like if I think you could fit it in any format. Like, I did a lightning talk once at All Things Open about where to get DevOps news from, right? Like, and it actually turned into like a whole website as a result.
okay.
It went from like a little uh just repo I kept off to the side of where to get news from to like a full blown project that is just now sitting there out on the internet for everybody to get to. It's still pretty popular even today. I did that back in like 2018. So yeah, to give you some context, it's still something people struggle with, right? Like, this team's work is a prime example, right? Like, we did all that work around the registry change and most folks found out from their providers. So like, contributors might not even know this thing that y'all are working on exists, and it could help them so much. And how you consume it and how you create it might help many, many other people too.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. By the way, I'm coming to KubeCon North America. Are you?
Yeah, the plan is to, yeah. I look forward to seeing y'all there, all who's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I got my visa approved yesterday. So
Awesome. Congrats.
it was a
That's good to
tedious.
hear that stuff is moving. Like, it seems like everybody's been stuck for a
Yeah.
while now. Anybody else trying to come? Having issues, Avinash?
Not
You're
this
good?
time.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay. Enough from that diversion. Sorry, Vika, for putting you on the spot like that. But yeah, there's something there. Um, anything else? New items? Thank you, Avinash, for putting
No
in
problem
Jay's
from my side.
request. Updates, big wins. Did we push anything out the door this week? I forget. It's been a week for me, y'all. I feel like every week has been a week for me this year. No, architecture conformance. That was the 5th. So no, I don't think anything this week. Wait, when was the 5th? Yeah, that was more than 8 days ago. Okay, cool. All right. To the board. I'll share the screen here. Hang on. As soon as I find it. Because, yeah. There. Okay. Share screen. Oh my gosh. Why are you hiding the share screen button from me? Oh God. I've got to restart Zoom.
I can do this.
Okay.
If you want.
Cool. Yeah, I can hear.
Just a second.
Yeah, I had to, so last Thursday and Friday, I had to wipe my laptop, work laptop twice, due to reasons. So yeah, just to give you some context around what I was doing last week. So I didn't have Zoom installed when I tried to join like early, of course, because, why would I think of that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Ready for review. Add Spotlight blog for SIG release team sub project. What's up there? Anybody?
Nitish.
Oh, is that something? Oh, here, hang on. Let me grab Federico's notes. Okay, so Federico said he's gonna join late. Quick summary just in case. The KCSEU article is in HackMD. Noah will review it and I'll open the PR. Cool. The SIG architecture prod readiness removed from work in progress, scheduled 2 weeks from now, going through the review comments. Good. Cool. That's awesome. And then SIG at TD is working on an article for this per request. Currently reading the documents yesterday. Okay. Cool.
For Nitish, PR for SIG release, I think is ready for next set of reviews. Has done changes.
So which one?
The Spotlight blog.
Okay, I've got that open. 424, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So wrap the markdown. Still needs to happen, maybe. Oh no, updated. Okay, let's see. Did all these get addressed? That's gonna be the hard part. Ready for the next set of reviews. Okay. Weird. Couldn't get it to reflect. But let's see. Okay. So basically, Federico and Tim need to look at this, I guess. Or should we all look at it?
For review.
Yeah, should we all review this or just one, or should just I guess.
Maybe a Federico question, I'd say.
Yeah, probably. And that's fine.
It's good to have reviews, like anybody can do it. There's no problem with that.
Yeah. No, I just don't want to be like, oh, it needs like somebody's simple little handshake kind of thing done. I don't want to step on toes, basically. But yeah, it looks like ready for next set of reviews. It could be Tim and Federico. So okay, cool. It's progressing. That's good.
Yep.
Right? I'll take it. What's next?
It's SIG architecture production readiness.
Initial content ready, shared markdown version with author for review 3 weeks ago. What did he say about that? Sorry.
He said work in progress is removed and it is scheduled for 2 weeks from now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Maybe we should just copy paste that in. Let me do that.
Yeah, doing it.
Sorry, friend I need to talk to today is DMing me.
Okay. So there's one PR to it, and then there's issue also.
Yeah, let's see. He's retitling it. Cool.
And
I mean,
other is, yeah,
the issue template, is that
Yeah.
done, I feel
Right.
like? Changes 2 weeks ago. FICA, are you done with the issue template? Okay, never mind.
like I don't have any context to this.
Yeah, I know they were working on an issue template. I think I asked her if she was done last week, to be honest with you, now that I think about it. I'm in like 7 Slacks. Or 7 different conversations in one Slack.
Finally, you were saying something.
Yeah, the template is merged, but there's an open issue about including the related projects. Okay. Right. That's what she mentioned earlier. I think it's safe to close this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, like the additional projects is not germane to this, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, let's slide it on over. Yay, look at us doing stuff. Spotlight
First.
Contributor Summit. That has to happen first. So
Yeah,
yeah.
there's an update over there for that as well. So
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
HackMD is ready, Noah is ready for review, and Federico will open the PR. So
Cool. That is awesome. All right. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Actually try to have the board
Yes.
open. So Big Kate's infra, I don't. Okay. Oh,
I don't think
old
Vishal
blog
is
for
not over here.
reference. Yeah. Like is Vishal working on it?
We should reach out to him. Let me
Okay.
take that.
You got that? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So next is the so what is this?
Yeah, SIG architecture spotlight. It's funny, like your screen share is faster than my actual clicking for some reason.
Yeah.
Moving forward with
Is it a
components first.
tracking thing? I think it's a tracking thing, right?
Yeah, basically. I think yeah, they're working through all the lists of stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, the conformance is done, the enhancements are still to be done, API governance still to be done, and code organization soon to be done. So yeah, they're just keeping track of stuff in here, it looks like, and they're moving along, as mentioned in the comms channel on Slack. So yeah, we can leave this here. It feels like it's in progress though.
Yeah.
Right.
We got
Yeah.
like PR for the architecture for readiness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's slide that over. No, don't. Oh my gosh. What the heck? All right. Hang on. Which issue? 378, right? No, 413. All right. Move over here. Nope, not to done. Oh my God. Hello. Earth to GitHub.
Think for SIG testing spotlight article, there was an update in the previous call.
Shared update from October 6th. The chairs went through final reviews for the Q&A responses for the spotlight yesterday. We're done with the answers. We can now move on to the next steps. Okay.
So next step is drafting, right?
All right. Yeah. Like the
So-
HackMD is the next step, right?
Oh no, I think they are still to share the Q&A because they have reviewed Q&A. Fine. No,
Oh, okay. Done with the answers. We can now move on to the next step. Chrome is just being lovely for me.
the next step though is the blog article on
Mhm.
book reading club, and there's no update since last month.
Oof, should get more answers in about 2 weeks. Yeah, let's just skip over this one for now.
The Zapier automation.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Meeting with Nigel regarding the same. I mean, I can still do the diagramming. I just guess I just need to sit down and just shut up in color and do it. Me. Happier use cases.
So we're done with the automation. We're just documenting it, right?
Basically, like I want to do a diagram just so everybody understands how it flows, and then just documenting the steps involved, to not even the steps involved, but just what's there, what's available, that kind of thing. Like there's options, right? Like we have a limited number of jobs, but if there's more stuff we need to be sharing out, we can add that to the list too. So it's one of those things that I feel like we need to kind of just, it needs to go into the automation directory, Zapier use cases kind of deal, and fully documented. I just need to sit down and do it and then have Nigel verify it. That's all.
Okay, sounds good. Spotlight on Signal.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I am still drafting some questions because I am going it. Sorry, I am taking it a bit slow because I recently have some interviews, some job interviews. So,
Are they
and
going well?
next week. Yeah, they are going well. The thing is, the result is not out yet. So,
That'll do it.
if anything comes, I will update you regarding that. And Monday to Wednesday is my exam. So, the week that is off, I am thinking of probably completing it in that.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds good.
Yeah, don't overload yourself for us, please.
Yeah.
Exams are more
Also,
important.
Yep. Also, I want to ask, I had a meeting with the Signode people almost 2 weeks ago, and I told them like I will be drafting questions and sending them. So, what do you think? How should I communicate regarding this to them? It's been a little late on my side.
So, like, they haven't responded at all, or
No, I had a meeting. We talked like
oh,
how they want the blog to be drafted and like what kind of thing they wanted to like what the things they want me to add in.
okay,
Also, they are like if you have very basic questions, you can also write that in the doc. The thing is, the only thing is I didn't get time to actually draft all the questions so that I can send them, and like it's 2 weeks from then, so I'm thinking of updating them. But I am like a little bit of nervous, like how to uh tell them. What are your suggestions? Like, it is okay, like to tell them like it is taking some time from my side.
yeah, that's totally fine, right? Like, and if you don't feel comfortable saying that, I can, right? Like, yeah, just tell
No,
me.
I
And
can say
okay,
that. The only thing is, I wanted to know whether that would be okay or not.
for you to tell them, just you're running behind, that's fine. No, totally fine.
Yeah,
Like,
I
You know,
also
it's
wrote that in the computer comms channel 2 or 3 days before, but the thing is, there are some interviews back to back goes on for the week, and I got stuck.
wow. Yeah, no, that'll, jeez.
yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
You can just.
totally fine.
I remember we reached to one of the folks that their PR is getting merged like after 2 years. That was something that we did in comms. Maybe not the PR. I think there was some work which
Yeah,
we
like some
said,
work happened, we
uh,
stopped it, and then we picked it back up again. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
It's wild.
yes, now is steering election.
Steering
Oh,
election's
I
done.
missed this.
Oh, you missed one.
No, this was done. Let me check. SIG release. We did see some changes. Like it is in review. Is this the one? I remember they have two blocks, right?
Yeah, two
The,
separate sub projects.
hmm. So can we move this to
Yeah, move it to in
review?
progress. Yeah. Or yeah, ready for review, basically.
So next step is steering election comms needed. This is done right now.
Yeah,
Don't have any.
I feel like everything's done there, right, Arpit? Yeah, just the election's been announced, it's been tweeted, it's been blogged, it's been everything.
Awesome. Next up is the KubeCon N8 tweets. I think that is going
Yeah.
on.
So have folks added any this week? I just need to go through, I guess, and push them into buffer, I think was the action item there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to push it in buffer.
cool.
I think we should start like take up a few and then start pushing it in buffer.
Yeah, no,
What is the deadline for the folks to add the tweets? Like after that, the remaining tweets has to be done by us, right?
Yeah, I think that was 20th, if I'm not wrong. Like 20, yeah.
No,
After 20.
28 is the. I think
Okay.
20 is the final deadline to add all the tweets. If I'm not
Okay.
wrong, it is 50 for the folks.
So should we like do a reach out to folks who have taken up tasks and say, hey, would you like to do it? Or else we can take it on ourselves. It works.
it is it is mentioned in the doc, like the deadline is 15. If it is, then we after 15 we can take the tweets by ourselves. If it is mentioned, like I don't know if it is mentioned or not. October 20, if I'm not wrong, it is mentioned, but I am not sure about the October 15.
Okay. Maybe I'll reach out to Jay. I think he is helping to manage the process. So I'll get a view from him. And then, yeah, I think 15 sounds good. But I'll still talk. What do you think, Chris?
Sorry, you broke up there for a second.
I said I'll reach out to Sujay asking if
Okay.
there's any progress to this, and then 15th as a deadline is good. Then after that we can take up things on ourselves, like just remove that rule of 7 requests, or maybe whatever that is, 7 posts.
Yeah, at that point, I think you just let people write what they want. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Post.
Annual report posts. Boy. Oh, so we need to create. That's a lot.
I think there's some progress over here because I see Mastodon
Well,
drafts
it's
over here.
yeah, it's this looks like it's from 2022 to be updated for 2023. Trying to
Is
figure
it?
out I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I mean, it says 2022 on there, right? Like I'm not
Yep.
blind on that one. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's like Caslin recycling the spreadsheet or like she
Maybe that.
duplicated it and needs to change some things. I have no idea.
Yeah, that could be a thing. Because this is the one which I remember was worked on with, by Deba.
Right.
And so I think that is. So that's
But kind of
something.
the way Caslin and I kind of work in the community, especially with Google Docs, is, we've done this before. We typically take last year's Google Doc, duplicate it, rename it, and then retitle everything or redate everything accordingly. Very common pattern. So I feel like maybe that has started, but is not finished, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine, right? Like this just opened last week, so not overly concerned about it. That makes sense. All right. 20 minutes left. Plenty of time. To do's.
Yeah. Because like having API machinery blog, there's somebody who creates this
Right.
guidelines for sensitive and user impacting forms. We did think of doing it, like I took the initiative, but then I didn't do it. That's it.
No. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's hard to document, right? Because we already have some conversations in flight or have had some conversations. And yeah, it's one of those things that I feel like maybe at Contributor Summit, I bring back up and say, hey, look at all the stuff we had to do kind of very last minute ish this year. I would like to document how we accomplish those things, right? And, if steering needs to be involved in that process, so be it. I'm fine with that. But yeah, they all need to get recorded and put down as far as ways we've handled things in the past. And kind of the story of this group's existence almost, right? Like it's it's why, you know, the Docker shim kind of, you know, debacle is why we exist. And, you know, that should be documented, right? Like we've been through, you know, this is what happens when you're not in front of things comms wise. This is what happens when you are, right? So documenting how I've been handling that, I think, is very much worthwhile.
Yep, we can I just put a note so that we get reminded at every meeting that, yeah, this will be done.
Yeah, can be done a contributor summit. I agree with that one.
But, next up is the new contributor workshop, and this is again the contributor summit thing.
Yeah. So this, there was actually some movement on. Craig Peters is coming to KubeCon, which means we can hold him down and make him fix all the things and help him, obviously, and launch it there if need be, right? So the goal is to be able to promote. Maybe I should check in on him and say, hey, man, you know, now that you're going, what do you want us to discuss regarding your work? When do you want to start putting stuff out there? That kind of thing, right? Cool. I will reach out to Craig. Promoting new workshop.
Next up is the notify comms team when an issue is created.
Yeah,
I personally think this is something that is more of extra work that we are doing, because we usually don't get ping, and even if it is, there's somebody who is there in the team who is looking at it at
Ye-
any point of time. So I don't know if we should work on this.
I don't know. I feel like it's an uphill climb at this point, and if we all just manage our notifications a little better, maybe, I don't know. We've got to figure out some method of like, how do I get alerted? How do I, a person, get alerted on a new issue that exists? That's always hard with GitHub. You got to look for certain things. Because if you're like, oh yeah, just give me the RSS feed for community. Oh my God. Yeah. You know, that's not like a great source of data for notifications. It's just noisy, just like GitHub notifications are. So yeah.
But now, as
Is
if
this in an issue or anything? No, it's not even an issue
no,
yet.
it's a draft here right now, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking more of so because we don't have contributor tweets anymore. I don't
Nope,
know
it's
if
archived.
and yeah, so anybody is not part of comms. I don't know
Would they be
if
opening
there's
an issue?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
exactly.
point. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we do shelve it, because folks have generally come into our channel and pinged us when they needed stuff like this. So yeah. I'm okay with that. Like, I say convert it to an issue, and then I'll put in a closing note about, you know, this may no longer be needed at all, and we'll work on documenting how to get notifications as a person, maybe, which is also documented on the case.dev site, like how to handle all that stuff. Maybe we just add to it or learn from it, maybe, who knows.
Do we have like a issue template for the forms?
Say that again. Sorry.
You said, do we have
I am
issue
like
template for comms?
I thought we did.
We
We
can
might
check.
have. Yeah, I mean, I could have sworn we did at
I
one
have an
point.
idea. If we have the issue template, we can add we can edit a template, and like we can tag Chris and Kathleen into that. So whenever someone makes a issue via that template, Chris and Kathleen can get notified.
So that was initially the plan of having like the issue came up with the solution that you mentioned exactly. However, the tagging part, I think it didn't work well, and I don't
Yeah,
think
like
we did any
Zapier
progress in
can't
that.
pick up on tags, I don't think, right? Like, or labels, I mean, like,
Mhm.
because the community is one, like, this is why I said, like, the community repo is just noisy, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and not all those issues are for us. So we have to filter out, like, the vast majority of them, and the only way to really do that is by label. And Zapier just does not handle labels great. Like, it doesn't handle them at all, I don't think, to be honest with you.
And while exploring, I saw this PR up, which is labeled comps
What is this issue?
hyperlink redirect. Oh, we don't need this anymore.
Oh, man.
We removed the entire thing.
Is that what's happening here? Yeah, right?
I can probably say
Checks were not successful. Oh, it needs rebase. That's a problem.
yeah, because that line doesn't exist anymore over there.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that's right. The
So should I close it or should I ask him to close it? Should we do
I
it?
mean, you can close it. I'm fine with that. If it's done, done, you know.
I just do a slash close, right? We don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if it works. Yep,
Close.
there you go. Done. Awesome. Look at you getting stuff done. Oh, don't, yeah, whatever you,
Yeah, it's done.
okay, cool. Awesome. All right. 10 minutes left. Anything else, folks? Anybody need help with anything? Arpit, I want you to do well on exams. I will be thinking of you. Trust me. All of you, when you do exams, I'm always like, please do good. Please do good. Don't make it too hard on them. All right. I actually need to drop early, so this is good. Thank you all for joining us today. Another fast and effective meeting, as always. And I have 5 action items, so I will get busy on that. All right. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll see you all next week. Stop the
See you.
recording. We can all scream. Where is the record button? Oh my God. There it is. Jeez Louise.